Hey y'all, it's Stacey. Welcome back to the kitchen. Today's recipe is actually one of my family's most favorite easy weeknight meals. Now, I'm not afraid to say that when Jack was growing up, one of his favorite meals was Hamburger Helper. And as he's gotten older, he still loves it. Well, this is kind of a homemade version. What I've done here is I've browned about 1.5 pounds of ground beef with an onion that I finely diced. I drained that to get that excess grease away, and I've returned it back to my pan here. I'm going to add 1 clove of garlic. Now, if you have picky eaters who don't love the texture of cooked onion, you can certainly use garlic powder or onion powder, and I've included those instructions in the recipe. The reason we add the garlic right now is because garlic has a tendency to burn, and we certainly don't want to do that because it's gonna give our dish a bitter flavor. This is only gonna take about a minute until you just start smelling that garlic, then we're gonna move on with our recipe. To this, I'm going to add 1 can of cheddar cheese soup. And the great thing about this recipe too is everything cooks right here in the same dish. I'm also going to add 1 packet of brown gravy mix. This adds tons of flavor, and if you happen to be worried about sodium, you can find some low sodium versions of this. I've got 3 cups of beef broth that we're gonna stir right in here. Just getting all this combined. What we're gonna do is bring this to a boil, and I've got 2 cups of uncooked macaroni that we're just gonna stir right in here. Gonna bring this to a boil, reduce it to a simmer. We're gonna cover this and cook for 10 to 12 minutes just until the pasta is tender to your liking. You might wanna look on the box of pasta because sometimes that time can be a little different. I've got one already done here. You can see how the pasta absorbed most of that liquid. It's nice and thick. And to finish this off, we're going to add about 2 cups of shredded mild cheddar cheese. And that's it. Serve this with one of those great easy salad kits, some simple roasted vegetables, and supper's ready. Folks, you can find this full easy recipe on the website at southernbite.com. Just click that Simply Southern TV button right at the top. Y'all enjoy.
You know, before Leanne and I got married, I would have Hamburger Helper at least once a week for the very reasons that Stacey said. It's cheap, it's quick, and it's easy. Even today, when it falls to me to cook, there's a better than 50-50 chance that that's what's on the menu.
Well, this recipe takes a little longer to make than what comes in the box, but there's a lot more flavor on your plate.
Of course, beef is the star of the show in that recipe, so we want to thank farmers who raise cattle for the great job they do keeping us fed. And thanks to the Alabama Cattlemen's Association for sponsoring that recipe.
Melissa, it has been a rare treat to have you in the studio with us today.
It has been so much fun. I've really enjoyed it, and it's been great looking back at some of the things we've done since Simply Southern went on the air.
Before we go, I would like to thank some of the folks who got us to where we are today. Of course, my predecessor, our original host, Jim Allen, Sydney Phelps, who did our gardening segments for the first 5 years, and our previous reporters, Samantha Carpenter, now known as Samantha Hendricks, and Jade Randolph. Our show wouldn't be what it is without their contributions throughout the years.
And thanks to all of you, our dedicated viewers. We appreciate you joining us for this special episode of Simply Southern, and we hope you'll be back with us again next week as we continue to feature the great things about Alabama. I'm Mary Wilson.
I'm Melissa Bowman.
And I'm Kevin Worthington. We'll see you next time.
Simply Southern is produced by the Alabama Farmers Federation and made possible with the support of Alabama Farmers Cooperative and these sponsors.